This isn't just a game. This is TNT. Welcome to the jungle and welcome to Ape Squad's Thursday Night Throwdown.
Featuring the game's top talent, pick up games where chimps become champions.
Thursday nights 8 to 10 p.m. every week, only on Ape Squad. Catch us live on air on Twitch at twitch.tv/ApeSquad.
This is definitely the sweatiest we've ever had. What do you think, Satan?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I love being here over here at TNT. It's always a sweat match. It's always a little steamy in here. It's always a good time, man. And I love doing this.
Wimbledon subbing in, Uni subbing in for Tuffologists over here.
It's Tuffologists, yeah. No, Uni is on after hours typically. All right, let's get this crack-a-lacking. Got the new map, new vibes.
Team Did gets a fantastic spawn on this map. It seems a little bit unusual. It seems like always one team spawns so close to the vault, and the other team has to trek all the way across.
Yeah, it's typically like that on the final round, but we have Team Did on high ground, commanding, taking some shots. Uni being a little aggressive on the low ground there as well.
Already got a glitch off, gonna be able to push these guys back, stop any heals. But we're gonna be just sitting here poking. Normalize gonna have some trouble making it over. Uni looking to try and peel for Normalize, buying some time as Brendy does drop down towards Aroc.
Normalize does get his regen. He probably wants to jump over and help out his team as fast as possible. Tap goes out on the side of Team Did. I mean, of the Tuffologists.
Over there and gonna make his way over. Aroc getting jumped on by Llama and Team Did. Gonna be taken down.
Well played.
Uni does get a glitch off, but let's see what kind of value they get.
Normalize trying to turn things around on high ground, takes a little shots, backs off now. Brendy being very aggressive on Normalize, gets taken out immediately, popping off Normalize. Absolutely insane play. Things are turning around on the side.
Uni coming in to peel so well, getting a pick
absolutely
on Llama.
Turning things around. Wow, I certainly thought that was chalked, and they trade each other out. Wow, turning things around. Normalize, getting that trade on Brendy, killing him off on Uni on the backside.
Yeah, to save the day, turning that 2v3 into a 2v2, and then finally a 2v1, cleaning up.
Right, the
Normalize off with a great pick.
Tuffologists just turning things around, and things seemed like all hope was lost. Now you got Team Did spawning in, padding over. Brendy taking a lot of damage. He's not too healthy right now, but gets insta healed, so he's chilling. That H+, man, does so much.
Crazy. I can't wait for it to get nerfed. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been thinking. I think it's the only S tier thing in the game right now. Everything else seems like A tier or below.
Glitches. Everything on light is S tier, bro. Glitches.
I wouldn't put glitches on the same tier as H+. I don't know.
So I think
H+ is just so much better.
It's just S+.
S+.
Exactly. Oh,
they're going for a flip.
Breaking open. And we're going to be going into the brawl. Pink team does
getting out.
Steal.
Sid comes off. Llama getting a kill on Uni. It is now a 2v1 on the side of the Tuffologist.
Llama just needs to get this stall up. Normalize going to be 1 HP. We're going to get a reach out. But Aroc catching Llama off guard without that res able to come out.
And I think the Tuffologist might clutch this point out on those plays. Wait, why aren't they taking?
I don't think there's going to be any time. They will get a close spawn. They almost forgot to steal that.
Yeah. Wait, what's going on here? We still need the point? They're playing TDM.
They will get a very close spawn. If they don't get beamed or stopped here, which they will, they're going to have to basically just go straight to point and jump on it. They're going to have to hope and pray and hope that H1 Infuser does enough heals. Brendy does get towards that point in time. Gets on it.
Right on it.
Time to spare, but now he's going to have to stick it. His team defending, but the pad
stall. Clinical. The Tuffologist will clutch the first point. We'll see who clutches this rest of this fight out. We have one dead on each team right now. Now Llama by himself.
into a 1v1. Llama now gonna go against 2v1. Eric does finish him off.
I don't know. This Tuffologists are kind of popping off right now. If we look at the scoreboard right now, we look at normalized, and Uni just holding it down damage and kill wise. They are definitely doing really well on this matchup. Decent amount of heals coming out on Uni side as well. We got 1,300 heals. Yeah, they are playing really well right now. We have Team Dis spawning in. They're probably going to hold point here on the opposite side of the bridge here. Probably float, see what Team Did decides to do, or the Tophologist decides to do. Mesh gets burned off.
Both teams just sitting there waiting, buying their time, and trying to figure out what they want to do.
They decide to try to throw the point. Here, just take it. Do what you want with it. Have it. I don't care.
Does fall off the map, though. Goes back to its original spawn point.
Uni taking a lot of damage as well. Kind of holding off, kind of buying time, trying to flow over. Taking a lot of damage. Yeah, Team Day over there is have a commanding spot. Oh, Caffeinail's one shot. It's got melted.
People have been saying it's trash. I'm one of the people who really do enjoy that gun. I do think it's very good. I think it's highly underrated.
Returning fire on Uni as well. Uni one shot, but now Team Brendy has control of the box, and they are walking to try to get the defensive right here. Yeah, defense on this map is really strong, I would say. There's a lot of drop potential. This map really favors defense, in my opinion, especially with the spawns, too. You can really get nice kind of like spawn traps on teams. Team that gets the plug. Yep.
Making their way into this building. Going to be potentially looking for a drop or just playing slow, wrapping their way around, trying to find them.
Right, they're just playing their life. Team Day playing really slow. Kind of just waiting for the Tuffologists to make a play on the point so they can collapse on them potentially here. They're just standing, not making a single sound. They are playing hide and seek. Especially, I don't think Uni has any sonar grenades either.
Normalize going to shoot out the C4, prevent the drop, and prevent the stall.
Yup. They heard that as well. Team Day is pulling up slowly.
Team Day making their way in. Going to be playing a pad there to try and stop any sort of offense. Does go up and normalize. Does get taken out. Unfortunately, he did not have the line of sight he needed. Everyone's flying around, not knowing where to go. This building is crumbling, causing so much chaos.
If we look at Team Day, they are playing really together, holding hands. They're looking really solid right now on the team play right now.
The res.
Ooh, they got a back door. The back door comes out. Uni taking a lot of damage, getting out of there though. Now Llama in trouble. Llama's in trouble. He's not in the best shape. Where are his heals?
Gonna be kiting away, trying to stay alive. But that D-Mat is gonna be able to allow them to chase down.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, I think Team Day just should have focused on stalling the point even more. They would have had that C4 back up, put that back on there, and play the drop yet again. If you aren't going to immediately push and allow them to reset, you have to just go back to playing time. Player advantages. No need to look for a face check fight.
No, exactly. We have... Yeah, I think Caffeinail just went in. I didn't even notice he went in and died there. He died really fast. If he stayed alive, he could have peeled for his heavy and healed him up. Unfortunately, it'll be a 2-0 loss on the side of the Tuffologist. Well played on their end.
Played it multiple times today. Nothing hits better than Skyway Stadium.
Yeah, this is a certified hood classic, if you will.
All right, we're going to be seeing some Pike coming out from Normalize. Not sure if Team Dit is going to make any change-ups to their game plan. Brendy not liking the V9S, but he's going to ask Uni patiently to chill the F out.
Chill out on me, bro. Relax.
We're going straight into this. Again, Team Dis spawns so close to the vault. They do have control of Mansion, which is a huge power play on this. We have Tuffologists sitting on this high ground over by A, going to be able to take their time. Although, Dis could move over to B.
No, exactly. Yeah, these spawns definitely have been interesting. Like it's been lately like one team spawned closer than the other, and then the other team just has to trail behind. It's looking like we're taking some pike fights. The pike is piking at the moment. Yeah, normalize. Bucking. Homie got the V9S.
Look at where Arok is right now. He is so split away from his team. He's going to be able to drop down, catch them potentially by surprise. Normalize going to be sitting still on the high ground, faking out the heavy position as he does try and make his way over.
Not precisely, yeah. This map is definitely a pike map. So many points where it's just so oppressive to have a pike on your side.
And Llama looking like he's going to get the plug, going to be able to set up the point, put a
I
C4
like
and
this
play
point.
drop.
I like this point a lot. This is a rather strong defensive point. Lots of buildings to move around in. Get some leg room.
I quite like this as well.
I love this map. This is probably one of my favorite map points on the map, to be honest.
He's just going to be checking some space with those glitches. Eric dives in alone, but Did does not take advantage of this situation. He's going to be looking for an RPG. Arok down to half HP almost from that RPG. And Henke Wimbledon, Uni going to be taken down to 1 bar. Will he make the escape?
Yeah, he narrowly gets out of there, Uni, with that V9S. Now we have Team Did on high ground right now, commanding. Ooh, Uni's in trouble. Oh, it gets down to 1 bar as again. Tuffologists taking a big pad play, trying to reclaim the high ground. Now, so the Tuffologists have high ground and they drop right now. Now, this is just a kite fest. Team Did just running away. They're down. They're actually trying to go for point now.
Doing a great job on that stall. That's almost guaranteed with that crate there blocking it. We're going to see Normalize go down to Llama, but Llama gets almost taken out himself, does go down.
Trades, big trades on both teams.
Fire from Tuffologist, does get the reset on Llama. Brenny trading out, but it's just Llama left, losing that fight.
Yeah, it's seeming like they're losing these fights last second. Like, I think every single fight they've had so far, they've just fumbling the bag at the very last minute of the cash out. So that's very unfortunate on the side of Team Did. Gonna have to turn things around on this play now. The Tuffologists taking the first point yet again. What do you think about these two teams and how they're fighting right now?
Yeah, these fights are very entertaining. They're going to be going out and going so long and drawn out, making it initially into a long poke fight. I just don't know what Team Did needs to do to clean these up. I think they just need to play
live their life better,
play their life a little bit better, because they are winning these vault fights and getting these plugs, which are allowing them to play that stall. But once you get that stall, they should just be looking for that poke damage and trying to keep that team off that casher. This is an objective game after all.
Yeah, absolutely. And to kind of expand on that, they have been holding it well because it has been going down to the tooth and nail of the of the cash box. So they just need to play a little safer at those last few moments and stay alive, and they'll be straight.
And trading shots again. We have Tuffologists just with the points at their back, not needing to make any sort of advance. It's going to be on Team Did to push.
Right, exactly. We have the Tuffologists holding up on A. They don't want Llama's team to plug A because that is like pretty much a GG if they plug up there.
Uni trying to throw a fake out with those invis bombs. I don't know if that one's faking anybody. That one just, you can see the purple marks on the wall.
Right. Yeah, cash out A is probably one of the more difficult cash boxes in the game, to be honest.
Beaming with the V9S, Freddy going down to 1 HP. Cafaneo following suit. They're going to have to go for the regen.
Oh, that V9S, huh?
For them is not Llama going down to 1 HP. They're going to be healed back up to full and able to fight Uni in a 1v1.
Uni's taken out now. Turned on.
And now it's going to be left up to Arok and Normalize to make work of this fight. If I were Team Did, I'd be looking for
a capitalize. Yup, they need to capitalize on this. Brenny pushing W on this. They're going to look for a pad play. Tough is just backing up now, trying to take that space. They don't want them to plug A yet. Aroc taking a lot of damage.
Llama going
Four
straight
bar right
in
now.
for this, not knowing what he wants to do. They need to still be looking for a plug. Uni just coins back in and now is on this high ground on A, and they're just in the same position they once were.
Right.
They have to go rotate back over to C. They're slightly better in terms of speed.
Yeah, gotta be quicker than that.
So it's going to be fantastic now seeing them
Looking like a
rotate
Charlie.
over. They made the space that they needed. Gonna get this plug.
Looking like a Charlie plug.
Uni is still trying to beam across the map.
Uni with
Never
the
ending with that
beams.
B9S.
Thing has bottomless clip. Oh, Caffeinail's in trouble. He's able to get away though. Now it's looking like Team Dead trying to hold high ground. Play the staircase in the back right here. Glitch comes out on Llama. Llama drops. Takes the elevator back up. Aroc gets healed back to full. Bubble comes out. Aroc's in trouble. Gets healed back though. Unfortunately gets taken out now. Trades on Brendy, both 2v2 right now. Fib comes out on the side of Tough. And now it is just Caff by himself. And he will get taken out, unfortunately.
I don't think they should have lost that fight. Aroc went in willy-nilly with that RPG. They just need to get as much entry damage as they could. Take out Aroc a little bit faster and just rotate away. Or
that's
just
the
hold that
second
body.
time I've seen Normalize's team just turn things around. It looked like things were, all hope was lost, but nope. It's just, I don't even know. They're just popping off. Going crazy.
Team DS still has a great opportunity to play this.
Yes, they do. Plenty of time here. Ooh, Brandy's in trouble. Pike is piking Llama by himself now, looking like he's going to get taken out as well. Oh, no.
Pushing forward. And Team Did is not going to have any time to wait. They need to go in. Llama is not going to be coming back. But Brandy, frustrated, jumps off the map and just Caffeinail.
Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Wow. Big kind of Llama pushed by himself, and unfortunately they weren't able to get that reset because of that at the end.
I think
Very
Llama
unfortunate.
would have been better off just wasting his dome there, maybe taking that 1v1 versus Uni, but honestly, like, in that situation, you expect that full team to drop in on you.
Right. It's just
And that's
over.
just a tough choice.
Fortune favors the swift. Congratulations to our rising stars.
Tuffologists take game 2, baby. Hopefully Team Dick could turn things around and reverse 3-0 here. That would be exciting. That'd be a
They're
good
on the
time.
precipice of really pushing by these points. These games, objective-wise, don't look like they're relatively even, but the fights have been going down to the wire, as we've said. And he's doing phenomenally for how little practice he has. I know he's played it before, but the whole last season was sledge. And he was kind of forced on that thing, even though I don't think he likes playing it, but last season it was so strong, he was kind of forced on it.
Yeah, Llama being... It was strong, but Llama, in my opinion, was far and away one of the better sledgehammers in the game. He knew how to use that thing. He invented the sledge. Let's just leave it at that.
We're going to be going yet again. Team Did getting tapped on the vault. Orange team, Tuffologists are going to have to now push over.
Right.
And this is usually where Team Did wins and gets their money.
Exactly. Better spawns this time around.
They spot each other. You're going to be looking for that
Padding up.
glitch.
Lots of damage coming out.
Normalize 3 HP getting down to the wire, but Hank J. Wimbledon heals him back up. Normalize going
there we
back,
go.
followed by Uni. We're getting the momentum in their favor. And I mean, just like I said, this is usually where we see Team Did thrive. The entry fight has been so phenomenal for them. And once they can just clean up with one fellow swoop, I think they have a good chance. They just need to start these fights as they've been doing and make sure they end quickly.
Right. I think the Tuffologists might have overextended just a little bit on that pad play. That's why they were able to be taken out now. But they get a spawn in before the plug gets in, and now Tuffologists is pulling in rather aggressive. They do not want them to set up. They want to get them on the jump. Yeah, we have Team Did playing low ground, complete opposite side of the point. Interesting positioning here on the side of Team Did. Now it's just a game of hide and seek. Tuffologists looking around, trying to find where they are. Knocking over the point with the C4. There's no longer a C4 drop on the point anymore. Team
Doing this whole room up and going for that steal. Right. They do have a D-mat, so they are going to be able to play aggressively and stall that. As they do, now they just need to rotate away. Let those glitches hit and just get away. You use 2 of them.
Right, nice stall there. No value on an RPG. Glitches come out. 2 on the side of Team Did glitched. They're going for the flip. They want to bait him in.
Huge
damage.
C4 on Eric and a glitch to boot. Eric, Brenny hitting some crazy model shots. Uni going to be trying to turn this fight in their favor, but Normalize goes down. Eric's going to go down following him, and now it's just Uni versus Llama and Brendy.
Oh, V9S! Oh!
Why
Somebody stop this man! Somebody stop him! That V9S.
Look, I didn't want the commentators curse it into existence, but I didn't even have to say it. Uni clutching up there, getting a 2v1.
Yo, man, I really thought they had that. Team Did had that in the bag. I was literally about to say, Soyo, maybe you were right. This is Team Did's map, but oh my God, Uni
just stay together and play the advantage. Uni is not going for that res. He does not have time. But unfortunately, we're just going to be going in for the ego fight, and Llama going to be going after Arok, trying to take him down. Captain getting some great heals, but both of them going down. I'm lost for words.
Same, man. I cannot believe all they had to do was jump on Uni there. Like, Brendy.
That or stay together and not really put himself out there. Play the shield and force Uni to do something as a team.
Right. Oh, that's so unfortunate. However, I think this game is not over. This game is far from over. We definitely got a decent opportunity here to turn things around. They are playing a lot better on this map, I will say, Team Did.
Gonna be looking to go aggressive. Brendy looking for some good model shots. Does hit him, but Arok gets healed back up from that H1 infusion. Not the full, but still enough. Calf gonna be looking for some great entry. Trying to find any sort of value he can before his team goes in.
Yeah, Tuff has control of the box. They're walking it on the march.
Uni lingering behind, looking for some shots on Cafaneo. Cafaneo going down to 1 bar. Uni going to be rotating back to his team, using those dash pads to get ahead of Team Did.
Right, now Tuff gets the plug in. Team Did looking like they want to go for an insta-flip here. Opting for insta-flip. They might just get it as well. They do get the flip. That's good.
As he's flipping, Eric going to be getting glitched as well. Cafaneo just needs to stay alive. He can rotate back out, taking a big pad, potentially right on top of Normalize. Uni missing 1 of 2 glitches that he has to his disposal. We're going to see this team rotate over and over, and we're going to probably use this D-mat to get this stall.
Right, it's looking like it. They are playing a couple levels down, or 1 level down precisely. And now they're just walking, trying to keep the positioning hidden. As always, cat and mouse kind of game. That's how Team Did likes to play. They don't want to be seen. Opting for flip. Stall comes out. Glitch comes out as well. Normalize in a bad spot. They jump on Normalize. Normalize gets taken out. Now it's just Arok and Uni. Yup.
Uni looking for the flank.
V9S.
One more pick. Uni is going to be the focus here. Uni buying a lot of time. Cafaneo does go down to Arok. It's a 2v2 scenario. Brendy camping Arok and camping that body. And now, again, will they learn from their lessons? They just need to stay tight, camp the bodies, and they are not going to be doing any work against this. They've learned. Brendy, and maybe not, going to be able to get a little bit of payback
take out
on
the
this
Uni.
point.
Man, Uni on V9S should be illegal. That is... Oh, man, that is quite the show Uni's putting on with that thing. However, Team Div finally able to get a point, and this will go to a third and final cash out. This is exciting. They're figuring it out. They got the synergy coming out now, you know? Got the ball rolling. Tuffologists spawning rather far away. Ooh, Cafaneo in trouble now. Is one bar. I don't know what just happened to him. He just took a lot of damage.
The Boundless have secured the lead, but can they keep it?
Gonna be taking a big face check right here. A pre-glitch comes out from Henke Wimbledon.
Normalize.
Zooming in.
On the W. Takes out Brendy. Now it's just Cafaneo by himself, and that will be the team wipe. The Tuffologists will get the tap. However, I think Team Dim might have a fight before they plug it in. We'll see how this ends up turning out. It doesn't look like they have a TP either, so Team Dim able to potentially take a refight before it gets plugged.
The Boundless grabbed a cash box.
Man, that V9S is scary. He's making that thing look
So
crazy.
I've been telling people.
He's making that thing look crazy.
It's good. It has crazy range. It's just drop off is relatively soon. Cafaneo jumping on Normalize, almost taking him out. Uni does get the plug while Normalize looks for a reset.
Oh.
Brendy going down to Arok. Where is the team?
Arok with the 2-piece.
Arok taking almost everyone out. Uni probably stealing that last kill. Well, let's give that one to Arok. Taking out the entire team.
Arok holding it down for the Tuffologists.
A contestant is dishing out some destruction. Good riddance.
Looking like potentially one or two more fights. Based on the meta of this current pro scrim era, I feel like it's coming down to one and done fights, right? Soyo, like a lot of these fights are just kind of like one fight and that's it. Whoever wins that fight wins the cash box.
Seen some decently drawn out fights, but typically it comes down to one mistake or one big piece of damage, either an RPG, anything.
Right.
You cannot make mistakes in this meta. Teams have gotten so good, they know how to capitalize.
Exactly. Pad comes out. Team dipping, very aggressive. Arok in trouble. Llama's in trouble. Trades come out on both heavies. Brendy gets the fib. It is now a reset on the side of Team D. Llama taking out Uni. Normalized taking out Cafaneos while it's 2v1. Normalized by himself, and that will take them out, and they take the game.
Wow,
Coming back, what'd I say?
Yeah.
Team D got this.
Back.
They got this. I believed in them the whole time. You heard it here first.
They're signaling something, Scotty. They're saying game.
Just gotta get the ball running, you know? Get the flow flowing, you know? The power within. The power within.
Power within. Team D has the sauce this round. I mean, they did not want to make any sort of mistakes. They played rather perfect there. After that first one mistake, they knew they needed to clean everything up.
Right, exactly. That was a beautiful pad play on the side of Team D at the very end right there. As a way to be aggressive on that last play, on that last push, and it paid off. It's like we're going to take it to a game 4, right? Caffeine Man struggling against the Uni. Yeah, I got my mind changed on the V9S.
This is it, viewers. Ready or not, here we go.
V9S is good. Changed my mind. And we are in Las Vegas. Team D versus the Tuffologists. Game 4.
Man, all it takes is one player to really show the strength of a weapon. We've seen it with Uni.
Right.
doing it with dash, and now I don't know if he's going to stick to the V9S or he's just playing for fun right now. But we're going to see if he can
I
prove.
mean, I think he's serious. I don't think this is for fun. He's pulling out the Glock. Pulling out the Glock with the switch on it.
Oh, we're going to get jumped on. Blocked the RPG Aeroc, and not taking any damage.
Oh.
Cafaneo going down to the V9S, followed shortly by Brendy.
It
V9S
is.
really showing how strong it can be in that close range engagement.
Double kill. Good job. V9S, Uni going crazy. Taking out Calf. Taking out everybody there. Hell yeah. Somebody followed me right now. Whoever followed me on my Twitch, thank you. You're funny.
He's setting up a C4. Setting up some goo. A big goo pad. Gonna be able to launch this thing out. But will he have time to set up? We have Team Did jumping in. Potentially gonna catch Normalize off guard. They're gonna maybe see him on the cross. They do narrowly miss him. They're gonna be going straight for that, but Brendy getting patted out.
Right, this
And
is
you
another.
prematurely break that C4, looking for some entry damage,
Right.
using that RPG additionally to open that roof. Eric has very little resources, just a few
Yeah,
shields.
they are having really good spacing on the side of the Tuffologists. Brendy's in trouble. He's one shot. He needs to live. Where are his heals? He needs heals. Cafaneo, please give Brendy some heals. He pulls up just. He was already getting his regen out. They're trying to get the
Steal through the
flip.
half wall.
And now
Both
this
teams
is gonna
so close to each other, just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, this is looking like it will be another one and done fight here. Whoever wins this fight will take this cash out, undeniably.
Big RPG on Normalize.
Normalize in
Will
trouble. He
get
is
that?
one bar.
HP gonna be healed back up by Uni. Aeroc going down because of that entry damage. Look, not all healed damage is meaningless.
Heals coming out. Aeroc half health. Gets fibbed.
Gonna be taken out.
Normalize is still half health. Not a lot of time on point. They need to be quick and decisive. Yeah, bait him out. Bait him out. Normalize one shot. Gets taken out. It's Uni by himself.
Can Hank
V9S.
Wimbledon clutch it out? Does
They get
not
the flip.
get the steal. And now
It's not going to be
Team
enough.
Taking
Yeah, I was about to mention, this is another map that Team Dit performs on. They excel on this map, I would say. They really like those close range. Got Brendy pulling out the model, I believe. So this is a really decent map on their end for Team Dit. Able to clutch it out at the very last second. Good capture by Cafaneo, baiting it out. V9S, not enough at the end. So Team Dit will take the first cash box of Game 4.
Hey, I think you got a fan in the chat. Melvin followed you looking for some flamethrower tips. He's also a flamethrower main. Satan
Hey!
the fans. Best flamethrower in the entire game, hands down.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I got some videos on my Twitch. You want to check it out, see how I play my play style. Kind of been keeping things the same for the most part for a couple seasons now, so not a lot of changes in my play style, but I appreciate the love, big dog.
All right, we're going to get a full reset on the way of the Tuffologists. We're going to be going straight back into this vault fight. Hank J. Wimbledon looking for some shots. Jumped on by Eric. Everyone's pretty weak on Team Dig. Does get a good glitch and a good dome placement. Gonna have a good advantage, but Hank Uni getting those heals out, pumping it out onto Eric. Eric gonna be
All of them got the
using
reset.
Dome.
They got a decent reset right now.
Okay, going in for
V9S
another
just chipping
glitch.
away at Brendy. Gets taken out by Normalize. Now Eric Llama going for a res. He's going for a sneaky res. Can he get it? He gets the res on Llama. Yeah.
Those heals are
Brendy.
crazy.
Oh! Yeah, the heals was
That's the
crazy.
third time Uni's healed in the entire fight.
It was a pretty exciting, sneaky little res Llama just did on Brenny, but unfortunately, the heals was just too much. The heals was healing. That H+ thing is nothing to sneeze at. There's so many times where I get somebody low and I int, and then I'm like, wait a minute, they're full health. What happened? I thought I got him low. That H+ thing is insane, let me tell you. Definitely.
Sure, if they're gonna have enough time to drop this down. He has a creative solution. Gonna drop it from the ceiling. Very smart. Don't see that one too often, but I'm sure he's played it a million times. Uni gonna get caught off guard. Is able to TP away. Potentially looking for a reset. Llama and Co. chasing.
All right, decent positioning on the cash box here. Looking like they want to drop it in, force them to try to fight. Airrock and Normalize holding hands on the very bottom in the canister. I like that canister. That's one of my favorite spots. I'll tell you that. I like being in there. They opt for the drop. No pad. They still have a C4 on it, potentially for damage. It is a game of cat and mouse. Game of hide and seek. Cavanale looking for some intel for his team. Not a lot of happening. Dude, I'm telling you, all of these cash outs are one and dones, bro. It's just one fight to the very end, man. They like to really drag out these fights to the last second. Brendy being very aggressive on the point right now. Going for a flip. Lots of damage on a C4 plate. RPG comes out. Lots of damage on Team Day right now. They have to run away and kite and get their regen. They do get the regen. Heels come out. They're looking tight. They want to re-engage. Not a lot of time. On point. They want to take this fight. Airlock in trouble. Gets taken out.
On top of him.
Hit him with the bow.
Damage. No more C4 to worry about.
Bait him out. Yeah, bait him out.
Brendy gonna get caught off guard. That glitch coming out. Body blocks, everything. Brendy should have gotten back off that. Airlock getting back up. And now it's just half an AO.
The V9S, man. That thing is just outputting so much work right now. And now we're going to a third and final cash out of this set. Oh, boy. It's coming down to the tooth. Coming down to the nails. Oh, boy. That was well executed by Team Day there. Unfortunately, they were able to get the reset with a defib on the side of the Tuffologist, and they just turned things around at the very last second. Uni going crazy with the V9S, showing up with that thing. That might be his new thing, to be honest. I'm liking Uni on the V9S. He is going crazy with that thing.
Just able to mix in those heals so well. I think that's really what's going to be able to differentiate the meta right now and how good the lights are.
Right. What do you think makes a good combination with the heals, the V9S? Why do you think that's a good combination?
I just think the reload is super fast, and also the range is kind of deadly. You're able to
kind of poke them
pretty
out.
Volatile, poke out very easily, try and waste their heals as much as possible. And I think the uptime is slightly underrated, as well as the TTK. Like, look how quickly Brendy's going to get shredded right here. Right in the back.
Llama in trouble. Now the Tuffologist will have control of this final cash out. They will get the plug before the spawn comes out. However, if they get a decent spawn, they might catch him off guard here. So hopefully Team Did can get blessed with a decent spawn right now. Oh, not the best spawn, to be honest. That's rather far. It's looking like over 100 meters away, 150 meters potentially.
That is quite rough. They're going to be rotating in, trying to get as close to the time. But they do have plenty of time to look for a bait or a steal. It looks like they're going to go immediately for a bait, being able to drop this
Force
down.
the fight. Force the Uni to pull up.
Where
are you?
Scary, but they're going to go for it anyway. That C4, why? Standing on the side of the C4. He's going to look to bait yet again.
Yeah, they're playing double shotguns, model SA-12. They want to fight the brawl. Big RPG by Airrock. Now Llama's in trouble. Llama will take in trouble. Airrock's in trouble. Gets taken out though. It's a 2v2. Llama gets fibbed. Both teams get fibbed off right now. Oh, V9S goes crazy. Airrock takes out Brendy. Llama takes out Airrock. It is trades 2v2 at the moment. Oh no, big RPG.
Oh
Calf and nail lives.
Out.
Huge RPG. Suicide RPG for the win. This is going to a game 5, baby. This is what we want to see. This is exactly what we want to see. Dude, I'm telling you, Soyo, every single one of these cash outs has gone to, it's just a one and done. It's not 2 fights. It's always 1 fight. They just dragging it out, dragging it out. They want the teams to be baited. You know, whoever slips up first. So, well executed on Team Did. Turning this, like I said, bro, reverse 3-0. Are we gonna see it? Are we? They got the ball rolling now. You know, they got the flow is flowing on the side of Team Did. So Tuffologists started off strong though. Uni continuously outputting with that V9S. That thing is homeboy is scary.
He's shredding. Yes, I mean, there's no other way to put it. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to be against that on the other side of that thing. So we are going to a game 5, baby. It is just vital to have a solid light on your team this season. That is
yeah,
sure.
and honestly, like, I want HML to be meta, but recently, whenever light has like kind of creeped into the meta, it just seems so necessary to have them on, and that's what I don't want. I don't want them to be necessarily needed, but I also want HML to be the strongest. You know? So right now they just feel absolutely needed, and other comps are really just asleep at the wheel right now.
Here we go. The live wires versus the boundless. The arena's calling.
We're gonna be going into standard issue Monaco. I don't know how I feel about this map. We have plenty of points, especially point A is going to be very hard to take. I do love grandmas though, so go get me some cookies over there.
Is about to change.
Right, exactly. We are in a game 5, baby. Once again, whoever wins this does take on the defending Volcanic Panic champs. Team Bricked.
A-Team, yet again, I don't know. Every time they seem like they've gotten the spawn for the vault, but Uni going to be ratting over into this building looking for some sort of value. Will he be found? Cafaneo may walk right into him. Does get seen potentially.
Uni's on W right now, huh?
Oh, nothing. They did not see him. Uni barely got out of there, I bet.
Oh!
Taking out my friend.
Give me those toes! Give me those toes!
Out!
Bop,
They're
bop,
going to be
bop.
playing for the reset. They're going to have plenty of time to go play the point at Grandma's. Go say hi and go defend. Time to bunker down.
Yeah,
Normalize
Grandma
almost
house.
shooting back at Cafaneo.
He's not Uni out right. That was funny. We don't hold. Where are you hiding?
Gonna be looking to wrap, playing slow. I mean, they're gonna be blowing open this wall. Brendy now rotating over, gonna look for a flank. Arok potentially knowing this, hearing some footsteps, gonna be scrambling around looking for Brendy as Brendy starts walking, buying time. They're gonna be fighting a 1v1 against Arok. Arok does take him out, unfortunately. Llama's gonna be looking for value as he looks to run away. Cafaneo nowhere in sight. Unfortunately, they just went in 1 by 1 and fell.
Cafaneo's getting a res off. Ah!
Right?
Get him. Get that fib off on the heavy. Big fib on Llama here. Oh, unfortunately.
They need to just
V9S.
wipe. They're going to be just continually resing and staggering themselves. Somebody needs to go for a coin. What are we doing?
Yeah, that was just not the play. Resing and then getting taken out, and then resing and then getting taken out again. So much time.
15 seconds to get on this point. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough time to rotate over. If they were smart, they would look to block this forest spawn, but I'm pretty sure they always guaranteed spawn over in this park courtyard. Unfortunately, they're going to be spawning over there. They're going to be beamed down. They have no way to even get over there. Going to have to be sitting ducks. Not even going to look for that gateway pad. There is no time.
Yeah, they're just giving it to them. They just want to take positioning as well. They are completely outranged by Pikes, Deagles.
Llama doing some goofman.
V9S. Yeah, the Deagles on this map, we saw Team Bricked Busy pull out the Deagles on this map as well. So maybe
I think
Deagles
Deagles
is
are
just
definitely
meta.
okay.
Yeah, on Monaco, right.
The headshot damage, and when people are only showing their head, like, you may as well go volatile straight into the headshot.
What is it, like a 2.5? 2.5 headshot?
I'm not sure what it is. I mean, you can go check it out on apesquad.org to figure out the
check it
true
out.
value.
Apesquad.org.
But I know it's really
stats.
strong. I know for a fact it's really
I'm pretty
strong.
sure it's 2.5. I know those dinks are just none to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. Airrock taking a lot of damage. He's 2-bar at the moment. He's going to have to live here and get his regen. He cannot move. If he's spotted, that will be the end of Airrock. He does get his regen. He's looking chill. We're vibing.
He's looking to push up. Solo does get caught off guard, and they're going to be dropping down. Not going to be trying to take this height.
Yeah, Normalize was looking for back shots there. Didn't work out. He had to get out there because he was spotted, unfortunately. These teams are playing really slow, commanding high ground positions here. The Church is really strong to have control of. You can kind of see the entire map and just poke at the other team. However, Team D opts to go for a tap at the moment. Llama does get the tap off. They want to get the point moving. However, Normalize is holding high ground with Airrock. Looking for like some poke shots here. Taking those
Now
poke
looking to go Crane. Uni does not like that. Going to be able to invis bomb up to this head glitch. Rennie just looking to disengage. Normalize. Going to be looking to take a pike face check. Will Caffeinair take the face check?
He's sneaking.
And he does. He's going to be looking, getting some great entry shots. It's just Caffeinair almost taking him down mid-air.
Oh, he froze. I have to watch the screen. I have to watch it.
We got 2v2 coming down to the wire. Uni, last one up for his team. Does get the pick on Caffeinair. Llama losing it to Uni. Unfortunately, just Uni out aiming that shack.
I'm reconnecting. A little bit of a technical difficulties on my end. I am booting back in the game.
Uni gonna be rotating this over to C. We got the Tuffologists looking to plug. I mean, this is definitely a better defending point than A, but A is also almost impossible. They're gonna be missing the plug. Who's gonna go in? Oh, now we have Team Dick getting the control of the point. Brendy lost out in the open, not playing that shield. Caffeinair needs to make some good work of this fight, unfortunately. Now you need Llama to not get staggered.
That is not good for Team D. They are down one cash out right now. And if this is, like you said, one of the more stronger defensive cash outs, that Church is just so oppressive on the defense of this cash out. So it's not good. If I was Team D, I'd be shaking in my boots right now. But they got it. They got a bunker down, lock in, and they should be able to take this over. Hopefully, Brendy taking a lot of damage on the initial fight.
They're gonna have a hell of a time pushing up here. They do need to make this shot.
Heels coming out on Brendy.
Knocking off Uni off that height is pivotal.
Yes, it is. Team D having control of high ground right now. Airrock and Normalize holding off to the side right there. Ooh! Heels coming out though. Like, it doesn't even matter how much damage you do. Just healing is just so strong right now. Cash out's halfway. This is a one and done situation. Whoever wins this gets to go against Team Ripped. Oh no, Caffeinair falls to the B9S. Llama in big trouble also gets taken out. And now Brendy having to live. And it looks like he will get taken out. Unfortunate point here. This is a really difficult point to take. And Tuff will take Game 5 of our TNT Catch and Scrim Edition special. Man, Team D were fighting, bro. It took it to Game 5. They were not going to let them have it this easy.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic showing. Extremely happy to see everything go down to a Game 5, as always. Fantastic matches from both teams. Tuffologists will be moving on into today's scrims.
Absolutely. We will be setting up our next set of matches here. Well played on Team Did. They were able to take it all the way to Game 5. They had a slow start to the set, losing the first 2 games. However, they turned it around and were able to win the next 2 games. However, on that last Game 5, they were not able to do much here. As you can see, Uni just 9 kills, Aroc 5,000 damage with the Deagles. Possibly just a better comp on Monaco, to be honest. Having shotguns on Monaco against Poke is rather difficult, right? Absolutely insane. I'm wondering if Team Bricked will have an answer to that V9S, or they will struggle.
I mean, we got Stuje on light, so I mean, he's crazy with those heals. Not having much practice early on the season, but really showing that he is one light to look at in terms of how to play the meta.
Exactly. We do have a fantastic light showdown, and we have Uni sticking to his guns on the V9S. So I'd love to see that pulling up on Team Brick this time around.
Business running KS. I'm not sure if this is going to be it's quite an interesting pick.
Yeah, I believe he was running KS yesterday. They were scrimming.
STN getting knocked down by Hank J. Wimbledon. What a great block on that RPG. Busy going to be going for that first damage.
Oh!
On top. Look, now
gets
just
taken out.
Uni's
in trouble.
Damage. STN getting healed back up to full. Easy pickings for him.
I don't know. I think he's been practicing with that with the KS. So
maybe he's wanting to prove something. I know he loves trying to define the meta. I just don't know if this is going to be it. The amount of ammo you have in that weapon is probably one of its biggest downfalls.
Right.
Like, as well as like the TTK values, you're really relying on your team to focus up and help you with those kills. That's not necessarily an issue, but the ammo definitely does present a problem. Right.
We have Noose in the chat. Is this a tourney? This is not a tourney. These are just pro scrims. We have the Tuffologists going against Team Bricked, the defending champs. So it's just kind of pro scrims. Just a little switch up on Thursday night throwdowns. Instead of our typical public pickup games, we have scrims this time around. A little special. So.
Is going to be looking to drop the point. Unfortunately, not able to hit that for some reason. Now it's going to be a question of where does Team Brick want to play. Coming down from the side, getting some high ground, going to be looking for some entry. Uni going to be taking some damage up front.
Right. Pressure by that Famaz. Famaz is a really good option for that, for the lights.
Brick
really
just hiding away, buying as much time as they can, retaking high ground. I think both teams have taken high ground at least 3 times in this fight.
Stuje's in trouble. Oh, they're just playing off these heals like crazy. Busy is now in trouble. Both heavies. Oh! Turning it around on Aroc. Aroc getting taken out. Now we have trades. All up on the side of the Tuffologists right now. Stuje by himself. Not looking too good on Brick. Wow.
So one thing I do notice about the KS-23 is it can be so hard for Uni to react to when he needs to heal because that 100 damage burst damage can come out of shock at some crazy ranges. The range on that thing is okay. It's not amazing, but again, it's just allowing them to potentially burst out Aroc, but unfortunately, they just had better resets.
Nah, both teams are going crazy with the heals, to be honest. Like, if we look at the healing on the teams right now, both, you say Stuje with 1,300 heals. He's out healing Uni right now, so both teams are playing really good off the heals right there. But I agree with that. The KS might be cooking against the lights, pressuring the lights. You hit them with one shot, and it just forces the light to reset, you know? So potentially what the idea is with the KS at the moment. So I'd love to see strategies being shaken up right now. KS, not really a loved gun in the community right now.
Fun gun, it just needs a little bit more love.
Right. I agree with that. Stu-J a little bit. He's able to get his regen. Stu-J. Plug is still not plugged. And Team Brick will get the first plug here. And they have the defensive right now. Airlock being very aggressive right here. However, Team Brick hiding away. Busy taking high ground with Stinky Man. STN. Yeah, it's like fun to see. Like I feel like the meta's not completely developed with this Yogun. Like I love seeing the V9S. I love seeing the KS. It's just showing that the meta's still developing. Ooh, normalized takes out Stu-J with the FAMAS. However,
getting that reset, that glitch goes out. Eric can be looking for the force point. That KS almost doing enough damage. Eric staying alive. Busyness one shot, and that is why the KS can just be so unreliable. Honestly, like it felt like he was point blank, maybe a few meters away. I don't know if that was just the bloom on that gun or what, but the KS not being able to finish off Eric.
What do you think? Do you think the KS needs to do crits? Should you be able to crit with the KS?
There's a few ways you can buff it. One way is to bring back the melee combos, which most likely won't happen, to be frank with you.
The winch combo. Let's talk about that.
If you give it 110 damage on crits, it will bring back some melee combos that you can do and everything like that if you hit one headshot per player. Otherwise, it needs more range too. I mean,
Tuff has high ground right now. Lots of damage on Busy. Busy half health. Now Stinky's in trouble. Stinky gets taken out by A-Rock. By the KS. A-Rock's in trouble now. Not a lot of time. They have to play.
No time to steal that. That game coming out
looking like Tuffologists will take game one.
One thing to know is Tuffologists did just have a full 5-game warm-up going to this. Brick's coming off maybe a little bit of the ice. I'm not sure if they were playing previously. I think they were doing some warm-ups in Kovacs, watching the scrims alongside. So nothing
too crazy.
Something to note there.
I see, like turning around, get the ball rolling, just like Team D. Later on, it's kind of weird facing Uni with a. I'm not that good, so I'd rather just like watch somebody else take the reins. Perform. These players are just performing so well time and time again. So, like I said, Team Brick are the defending champions of the Volcanic Panic. I've said that about 5 times now, so.
I mean, they deserved a lot. They dominated during their winners bracket.
Yeah, I think they dropped. I think they dropped like one game, right? Jesus.
1 or 2 games, and I think it was only in the finals.
Right. Yeah, this is incredible. Incredible plays. Hope to see them succeed in the future in the competitive scene.
Both teams gonna have a crazy face checking spawn. Both teams looking for some great entry damage. Busy gonna potentially be on SA-12. Maybe running in. Not gonna. Is he sticking with that KS? I can't tell yet.
He does have KS. Busy is on the KS.
We see Stu-J going to be gatewaying this point away, getting control of this vault as Busy's going to be taking this high ground, denying all the zip lines around that hotel. Be triangulating on the Tuffologists, missing that glitch on that point.
I think KS probably works better with the winch. However, it doesn't have that combo anymore, so I can see.
Or charge slam. Not that charge slam's good in 3v3 though. I'm not lying.
Right, it's kind of tough. In the 3v3 matchup.
Busy going in, trying to take out Normalize. Will he get him? That heal's coming out from Uni. Busy's gonna need to hit one big shot with that KS 23 to scare anyone away. Does get a good shot on Eric. Now kiting away, looking for those heals.
Bubble fight's coming out. Glitch is coming out. Uni takes out Stinky. Oh, lots of damage on
Tuff
HP
right
now.
Everyone but Uni. Uni now going down to almost 1 HP.
They're all. He could do this. Normalizes one shot.
If he goes for a res, Uni gonna be looking for the high ground.
Stu-J opts to get the res. Uni finds him though, and that will be the fight. Man, that was actually so close. Like, both Uni and Normalize were literally one shot at the end right there. Unfortunately, Team Brick wasn't able to capitalize there.
Gosh, we have Mansion over here. I mean, this is a tough point, especially with the range that they're going to be playing. It's going to be very tough, depending on the spawn, to get over there. Hopefully, they do spawn this high ground. They can do Rock Pad. I'm not sure if many top players know of Rock Pad, or if they just want to play inside.
Team Brick being very... Ooh, Stu-J is one shot right now. He's in trouble. He needs to live. He does get his regen back up. Team Brick... I love how Team Brick is playing right now. That just looks so good from my point of view. The way they were just able to kite in right there and move in together.
Now they're going to be taking a high ground, looking to make this a face check, even fight. Uni going down to 2-bar. They're going to be playing this pad.
Air rockets beamed out the sky. Normalized. Also gets beamed. Normalizes in trouble. Stu-J gets taken out, however, by Uni.
Uni healing up his entire team, though.
Right.
Oh, gosh. Getting taken out by the KS.
Busy.
Big shot.
Oh, trades on both teams now. It's a 2v2. Uni by himself with the V9S. And gets taken out now. Team Brick will have the mansion.
I mean, I guess you can do the KS melee combos. Even still, it's just like, is it even worth it? Like,
right.
Getting them down low, you need to have your team shoot. The KS combos are definitely way harder. You have to shoot, melee, gadget swap, and then go back to your KS to make sure you get the cock.
Right. You also have decent utility with the KS. Like, he's taking out these trees, taking out walls. Wow, just get a decent spawn here. They don't have a lot of time, so they literally have to get in there and just jump right on the point to have any opportunity to try to take this away. But Team Brick,
look like they're gonna have the opportunity.
Right, it's not looking like they will. So they will just
panning up, looking for the ego fight. It looks like it's gonna be guaranteed. No time to hop on this.
Normalize not in the best shape, having to run away. Normalize still half health, busy, looking for any value with that KS. Uni hitting him with the beams with the V9. Like the Tuffologists are just gonna hold high ground, get some intel, find where they are, take this fight, clean them up, and then move on. Normalize in trouble, gets hit with him with the KS. Normalize in trouble still. Airrock takes out Stinky though. That's wow. Trades on both teams.
Getting behind Uni, taking out Airrock, 1 HP.
Ooh, Team Brick turning it around, but they get a fib on Uni right now, 2v2. Normalizes one shot, gets taken out with an RPG.
1v1. Uni versus Busy. Let's see if he can put that KS to work.
One more shot will do the job.
Dropping a body.
See, yeah, Uni has to live.
Both teams going for a res.
Dude, you get one shot on a light, it literally forces them to run away.
We got a coin in from the side of STN. STN's going to sneak up on Uni potentially.
Dude, I'm telling you, the
Uni
KS.
Is a 1v1. That's still 2v2.
There it goes. Dude, I'm telling you, the KS is more than likely a play for the light. You want to pressure the light with one. All it takes is one shot. You hit the light one time with the KS, and now it forces the light to make a play. They have to run away, get the regen. Because what do we have right now? We have a healing meta. We have H+ being so dominant right now. So I think
knock away the light, win the game, honestly.
Right. I think the KS is literally a play to pressure the light. So that's just what I'm thinking. That's what I'm seeing in that play, especially right there. He just hit him one time, and it forced Uni to run away and get his teammate back up. So. It is probably a very difficult weapon to kind of master, right? Like, KS is such a clunky weapon, awkward. The reload time is weird. It is definitely takes some time to get good with that thing. Looking like they're going for some poke fights with the pike.
Be padding
play,
over.
Pad RPG,
Looking
no
for an
value.
entry. No RPG coming out. But
They do get high
Uni
ground.
looking to
For the
flip the high
point.
ground.
Sneaking the point.
Eric getting RPG'd. Taken out by STN with the pike. And now Normalized following shortly
Not
after.
there.
Uni going to be looking in
Right.
this hotel. Looking to book a room and get his team back up.
Uni going for the res on his teammate right now. Gets Airlock back up, and it will be a reset as Team Bricked plugs the point and gets positioning here. Normalized taking a
Big
lot of
C4.
damage right there. Ooh, gets hit with a KS as well. Oh no, they're gonna jump
They're
on
gonna drop
that.
in and
They're
look
jumping
aggressive.
on that.
Eric
We
getting
want
hit
that.
with the chaos. Gonna be
We want
rotating up
that.
into this cluster.
Give me that.
Uni.
Uni by himself. Well played by Team Brick. Very proactive on that damage. Able to capitalize on so much damage done on both the light or the medium and the heavy. Uni just trying to live here, running away, trying
That's
to
an
break some
interesting
ankles.
play. Using the Vanish Bomb to bait the sound. However, it was so close to his position, it barely helped.
Big brain plays by these top players. Love to see it. Airlock able to spawn back in with his teammate Normalized. Looking like they want to figure out how they're going to approach this situation. They're just going to approach low ground, walk up on them, kind of get some intel, pressure on the point. They're probably going to bait out this point. Busy's being sneaky on point, though. There is gas on the point right now. Gonna buy them a little bit more time on any sort of bait.
Busy getting a decent RPG on Aerox.
Yup.
Alright, getting healed back up to full.
Yeah, it's like
Wasting a
nothing
resource.
matters.
Normalized looking for a force. Jason knocked off. Aerox getting taken out by the KS. Uni.
What about those KS plays? Stop them. And we're going to game 3 with it 1-1.
Wow.
1-1.
Alright,
These
Busy
teams going back
finally-
and forth.
Busy finally finding his footing with the KS.
Yes, he is.
Definitely gonna need
Finding
to
the
kind of
flow.
warm up with a little bit, so hopefully he's very warm with that. I mean, he looked like he was trying, getting some great shots. Look, 6 kills from him.
Yeah, like I said, I think the KS is specifically for the light. Like, because of this healing meta, you want to pressure that light and just get him out of the fight as fast as possible. And all you need is one shot with the KS. So I'm really liking, I see the flow. I see the vision, you know what I'm saying? And as we look at the defending champs here, 4,000 damage across the board. You know, you love to see it. And it was a map pick on the side of the Tuffologists. But I think in the closer ranges, Bloom doesn't really play too much of a role. It's more of like that mid-range kind of like poke aspect of it that, you know, Bloom comes into play. So, I don't know. We're seeing Bernal here. Good old Bernal. I think this is one of the better maps as far as like the real maps. So like the Las Vegases, the Bernals, the Kyotos, all the real world maps. I think Bernal is one of the better ones, to be honest, if not the best. It's between Bernal and Las Vegas, in my opinion.
I mean, those are the only 2 out there that can hold the candle, the likes of Fortune, Sis,
Right.
etc.
No, exactly. Such a good addition to the finals. I'm thinking the next map they'll drop will be another real world location. I'm wondering where it's going to be. I hope it's somewhere like Chicago or New York. Some type of U.S. city, you know? But
Down in the trenches.
see. Right. Out in the trenches. I want to see O Block.
Busy on this head glitch with that KS. Gonna be looking to shoot Uni out of range.
Playing really slow here, kind of just chilling right now on height. Getting some intel. Normalized Aerox. Getting a pad play. No value. Stu J is not too healthy. Busy returning fire. No value. Stinky is now in trouble. STN gets taken out by Normalize. Now, it is a 1v1 heavy battle. Oh, if he doesn't get healed, he wins that fight. Unfortunately, Uni able to back up his teammate with the H+. They do win this fight, however, they will have another team fight before it gets plugged, for sure. I don't know which point they are opting to try to go towards. It's looking like they want to go B. So
He's going to be waiting for the spawn.
Right. Yeah, Dizzy's Team Brick spawns on A right now. So it's looking like they want to rotate towards B. They are rotating towards B. Trying to get ahead of the game, get the plug in, set up some defensive positioning. Suji taking some back shots on Uni, not enough. Uni and Viz bombs, able to get his regen, get that reset. Plug gets plugged. And Tuffologists are on the defensive at the moment. Uni taking a little bit of shots. Not going to be enough. Stu J just holding back.
STN sneaking around. They're going to meet each other in the alley, maybe.
Oh, RPG! Oh, heals are not healing on Normalize. Ooh, Uni taking some decent back shots. The V9S. Stu J and Busy are in trouble now. Stu J having a regen. Players regen, get Busy back up to full as well. And they will try to re-engage this fight. This is fun right here. I'm liking how these teams are playing each other right now. It is a one and done cash out. Whoever wins this fight will take this cash out. So they have to be very careful here not to fumble the bag.
Watch out, over here.
You see Aroc and Normalize just holding hands, playing close to point. They want Team Brick to make a play here so they can jump in. This comes out. Not a lot of value. Brick. Oh, big shot on Normalize with the KS. Normalize in big trouble right now. Normalize is literally one shot. Now Aroc's in trouble. They will capitalize on that hopefully soon. Heals. Heal him back to full. The heals are crazy. Oh my god, the heals are nuts. Full reset on both teams. Both teams have full up right now. They have to make a play. Not a lot of time on point. They're going to opt for a bait. They have no choice here. Bubble comes out. Uni gets taken out. They're going to get the flip. Oh, the goo. Such a good goo play right there. That was so close. That was so close. The goo. Able to clutch out the rest of that point. Get him off. Man, that was so close, to be honest. I was really thinking Team Brick was going to come out on top right there. Unfortunately, they don't. Tuffologists take the first point here. Man, these teams are just going back and forth right now. This is a battle right here. They are brawling.
Teams going at it just like you said. Now they're going to be going over to Vault 2. This is going to be a big advantage, getting this away from the barn. Will they be able to get this Hegless? They do get control of barn and are able to hold this. Busy surrounding them. Open up the wall with C4.
No, exactly. They do get the tap on the Tuffologist side right now. Man, these heals are just crazy. They're just...
Big RPG from both teams. Nobody takes any damage.
Normalize in trouble.
KS.
Ooh. Uni takes out Sneaky in the back. Busy's in trouble. Also gets the Uni.
Stu J needs to get those heals off just a little bit sooner. Stu J now alone from his side. Gonna look for some damage as Normalize resets into a 3v1.
Yeah, Uni was able to take out STN rather quickly. Unfortunately, there.
If I was too, I would have grabbed the point and just threw it in the corner. Buy as much time for your team as possible. Stu J now keeping away, running for his life. Gonna be not buying his team any time. Gets staggered. Resets the timer of respawning back to 25.
Man, Uni just holding it down with that V9S. 4 and 2 top fragging in the line.
Normalize going to A, but Uni going to see a little bit of miscommunication there. I wouldn't blame him. Gonna be playing this corner building though.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a problem. They're still not spawned in, so STN kind of struggling at the moment, 0-3.
Still smarting
STN
from that collective exit.
probably going to turn things around here,
Boundless
hopefully,
need to look
for
sharp.
his team.
Nice play by the Boundless, kicking off a cash out.
Looking like Uni and friends are going to take the backside building here on high ground. I'm thinking Team Bricked are opting for a force here. Blitz grenade comes out, not much value. They're going for the flip here. They want to bait him in close range. A little bit of damage coming out. Ooh, Bricked is in trouble. Normalize gets taken out by an RPG. Well played by Busy. Aroc able to clutch in another kill on a trade.
Aroc barely surviving. Stujay could do this.
Oh, that was so close.
Talk about a clean sweep.
Aroc, triple kill. Good plays on Aroc right there, dude. I think Stujay also could have had that clutch at the end. Unfortunately, not able to turn it around quickly enough to take out Aroc. And I think Brick will have one more opportunity here to try to take this final cash out. They do get a decent spawn.
Rotating in, STN gonna demat him inside the building, but no, take some shots early. Gonna be pushing Uni off this roof, getting control height, and they're gonna have to swiftly go into this point.
Sticky taking a lot of damage, gets healed back to full. Busy taking Aroc. 1v1 heavy fight. Busy
gonna be looking for that
gets
steal.
the upper hand.
Uni just dematted down. They're gonna have to make another steal right now. Uni gonna be on it, but get on it right now if you have any chance. You're gonna need to get this kill before it happens. The goo coming out and blocking the steal.
So close right there. This 2-0 victory doesn't really tell the full story. That was a battle through and through. For Tuffologists take game 3. And we are going to a game 4. We have to going up against the Tuffologists. Yup, we do see Normalized on the FAMAS. Flexing that Ruby FAMAS.
Let's go.
Got that drip.
Gonna be off to the races. Team Brick does get a closer spawn to 1. It's gonna be slightly to their advantage for positioning timing, although are they gonna be going for the tap or position? STN gonna be looking as well with the FAMAS. Gonna look for some entry damage.
Both teams get fantastic spawns, to be honest. Not a lot of action right now. Just kind of like taking some pokes, doing a little bit of chip damage, feeling each other out right now. Oh! Uni goes for a pad blade, gets exploded out of the sky.
STN
that was not it.
Blue trail is cheeky.
He hit him with the Kovacs. Stop him. Man, that was not the play on Uni's side.
Stu hit him with the thermal early on, and then STN just beam him with him? Is that what happened there?
Not
either way.
Sure.
I'm just curious if Stu has thermal to counter Uni's invis right now.
They've started the match's first cash out.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy to see him just explode out the sky. He was a piñata. He just exploded into a bunch of coins midair. Is what it is. Love you too, Sludge. Kiss you on the forehead. Oh boy.
I was getting beamed. Getting taken out by Stujay.
Stujay gets taken out by Normalized. Or opposite way around, actually. Normalized gets taken out by Stujay. Aroc's in trouble now. Half health. Gotta live here. Gotta play. Gotta live his best life. Uni's in trouble. Gets taken out with the KS. And now it will be clean house on the side of Team Bricked. Oh, look at that KS going crazy, Soyo. Why do you keep talking crazy about the KS, Soyo?
I mean, maybe
he's popping off.
Something to prove here. I mean,
you got nothing to say here.
He's doing well.
He's going crazy.
Seem like it's very good with the team plays. That burst damage.
He's top fragging. Got 1,000 damage. He's top fragging with the KS. Love to see it. I think
Let's see how they bounce
I think Tuffologists will have one more opportunity here to retake this point. They got to be very aggressive to have any kind of opportunity. Looking like they want to try to drop it down, bait out the C4.
Padding up. Looking for an RPG on Stujay. Stujay's
Stujay's in trouble.
Dash pad away. Gets caught out.
Taken out.
Has the wrong
That's not
momentum
good.
going
There's
into
not
that.
a lot of time,
Not
though.
much time.
I think Tim Brick might have this. Oh, no.
It's going to slip off. They're going to go for it yet
Another
again.
stall. I think they got
trying
it.
to get the pad out. Busy just needs
This will be
one
close.
more stall.
This
He
will be
has
close.
the heals. Look at him heal. Look at the heal.
He gets it! Oh my god! Dude, the heals was so crazy right there. Wow, literal last second steal right there. Unfortunate on the side of Team Brick. That was so close. That was not good. Stujay getting taken out so fast right there. Unfortunately. And now Tuffologists will take out the first catch out of this round. Game 4. Wow, yeah, dude, those heals were healing. Hey, it's just so crazy. Busy takes a little bit of shots, gets healed back to full. This comes out on Busy.
A good blob rolling for defense.
Normalize.
Look at that chaos
out
hitting
STN.
and Uni at range, taking him down so low.
Busy's in trouble. All glitched on. Yeah, Uni gets taken out by STN. Well played by Stujay right there on the backdoor play. Now Busy turning things around with an RPG. Up. Dude, Stujay went crazy right there. Stujay hit a nice backdoor. We saw right there, Tuffologists being very aggressive on Busy, and they forgot about Stujay. And Stujay was just able to land a glitch and just turn things around for his team. Now Team Brick will get the plug again. Oh, yeah, Stujay. Shout out Stujay. That was nasty. That was so well played on his end right there, turning things around for Team Brick.
Another entry damage. They know where they're going to spawn, and they have that on lock. Unfortunately for Tuffologists, they did make their way into this orange building, going to be rotating over to B. Will they be able to get over? A red barrel comes out, but no damage goes through. But they're getting jumped by Busy. Busy's not afraid.
In trouble, yeah. Busy takes out Aroc. It is a 3v2. Normalized now in trouble. Where are the heals? Normalized his one shot. Now it's just Uni by himself. If I was them, I would stall him. Stall him as long as possible. Oh, wait. Uni is one shot.
He's come back before.
Yeah, right. This is always scary, bro, in these situations with Uni still alive. Anything can happen still. Uni opts to run away for the coins.
STN pulls back. Uni does get away. He's going to
Aroc
allow his
comes
team to
in.
point in. Aroc back in. Going to be looking for some entry damage. Adding those stats
Uni's doing
essentially.
so
But
much
damage on the
work.
heavy means a lot.
Yes, it does. He will get the regen, however. Precious STN now. Dude, so much pressure on the side of Uni right now. He's just outputting so much with that V9S. STN is running for his life from Uni right now. Oh, that's so
Dropping
scary.
it, looking for some pre-damage.
Not a lot of time. They have to jump on. Oh, wait. Team Brick's nowhere near.
Good damage.
Oh, they
get
get the flip. That's not
barely
good.
saving Normalized.
Oh.
They have to go for it. You got to get on it, Stu.
No. I think that will be it.
And that's going to be a Tuffologist victory in this best of 5.
I'm down to just take it to a game 5 just for shits and giggles. If they are, I mean, why not, right? Unless they want to call it there, it's up to. We are trying to figure out whether or not they want to play one more.
And it looks like
Or
that's
if
going to
they
be
are
closing out.
Oh, that's it. They're done. Uni's hungry. Go get some food.
You guys did well today. I mean, you guys proved it. You beat 2 teams. Look, I mean, the KS, Busy really showing the KS's power into this match.
That was a good time.
So
That's
I'm
for
very
sure.
happy seeing new things, not only for the V9S, one of those guns that I believe has been underrated for a while, shown off by Uni, and then we got the KS really coming into form and missing a little bit on game 1 there, but as he got in the swing of it, Busy was really top fragging, showing why that KS can be so powerful.
Yes,
and to
he
your
was.
point, saying, I mean, using it for the lights could be the strategy there.
Right, you just hit the light one time. It forces them to make a play. They can't really heal. They don't want to be in the mix because lights are just one shot after one. If they get hit one time with the KS, they are in trouble. So I don't know. I think the KS is definitely an interesting idea for this competitive scene. And I love to see these teams trying to figure out new compositions and new weapons to work with. Like I said, I don't think the meta's completely established right now. I think people kind of just playing what they're used to. But, yeah, like you said, I love to see the new things like the V9S and the KS coming out to play out here on TNT tonight. These teams absolutely performed. They did so good. We appreciate everybody that showed up today. Team Did, the Tuffologists, Team Bricked, thank you so much for pulling up tonight. We appreciate you. It was such a good time. And I'm happy to be able to catch these scrims today.
Yes, thank you everyone for showing up. It was a fantastic show. Check out apesquad.org and
apesquad.org, baby. Check it out. We got some good stuff.
And we do
check
TNT
out the
every
weapon
Thursday.
stats, all that. TNT, baby. Thursday night throwdown. We do this every week. We are here. Today was a special edition casted scrims. Typically, we do pickup games. But
if people want to sign up for next week, we might continue this if we get some filler scrims. This has been a fantastic time.
Hey, maybe if you guys liked it, we might just do some more. So hopefully we continue this segment of TNT. So Thursday night throwdown. We love you guys. Thank you for showing up today, everybody in Twitch. That's love. Everybody have a good night.
We're gonna hit a raid, so stay tuned very shortly. Thank you so much.
We will raid.
This isn't just a game. This is TNT. Welcome to the jungle and welcome to Ape Squad's Thursday Night Throwdown.
Featuring the game's top talent, pick up games where chimps become champions.
Thursday nights 8 to 10 p.m. every week, only on Ape Squad. Catch us live on air on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ape Squad.